Yeah. Oh.
Oh, sorry, girl.
Bye. Well, okay.
We're gonna have to remake. I spilled on myself.
You're really... The alcohol poisoning is really
sloppy
showing.
drunk. Yeah, my bad. We have some alcohol in our pan. So make for delicious stuffing. Let's do some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And this, is this the wrong direction?
No, you're going the right way. You're just put it here. Want me to do it?
There we go. I'm awkward.
Yeah. Do you need my help?
Oh God. What a workout. Welcome back to Hot Girl Kitchen.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Matt. And as you're aware, we're in the midst of Hot Girl Kitchen's Thanksgiving extravaganza. So nothing screams Thanksgiving besides turkey, quite like stuffing. I mean, have you ever seen a Thanksgiving bash where there was no stuffing? That would be dreadful.
I am personally not a stuffing fan, so I'm very excited to really branch out and give it a try today.
She's going to open her mind,
and my
open
mouth.
her soul, open her mouth. Not that that's anything new. She's normally doing that anyways. But she loves to open her mouth for my cuisine. What can I say? She hasn't been disappointed yet. Okay? So today, we are making stuffing.
Woo!
Who doesn't love to get stuffed on a special occasion? Let me tell you who loves it the most. Your turkey, okay? So, the main ingredient of your stuffing is going to be ciabatta bread. I've left this out overnight. It's kind of hard. Ow.
Ow. Ow.
So it's a little bit harder because you want it to be nice and crispy because it's going to soak up your chicken broth on the, like, innards of the bread. What, you know what I'm saying? Like
the inside of the bread.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the technical term is.
I think it's
but
just
the inside of the bread is going to soak up the chicken broth, so you want the crust to be nice and crispy so that there's a nice textural element there. You also are going to need some pancetta, as the Italians say, rosemary, carrots, onion, we're using a white onion in this case, garlic, freshly minced, some celery stalks, not to be confused with a celery stalker. You know, stalkers canceled, right? And
parsley.
Parsley, thank you for that, because I was...
Your brain might have took
a break. Some Parmesan cheese, which we are going to freshly grate. And then some of our spices include salt and pepper. As you know, the Trinidad lemon garlic makes its way into every dish that we make in Hot Girl Kitchen. And some roasted garlic, because freshly minced garlic isn't enough. We have to really give ourselves garlic breath.
And some butter. I don't know if you said butter.
Oh, yes. And some butter, because we have to give ourselves some high cholesterol as well.
Woo!
Serve. Well, our step number 1 is to melt a bit of butter on our pan.
You're gonna...
It looks as though it's not on. I had it on, but it looks as though somebody sabotaged me and turned it off.
Girl, I don't think that you had that on.
I had it on. I had it on high,
That's
I think.
the wrong thing.
It's the wrong burner. That will do it. Now that the burner has been turned on so beautifully, we have our butter melted in the pan. We're going to sizzle our pancetta on like a medium-high heat for like 5 to 10 minutes until you feel that it's done. Apparently we're going to get some carrots in there as well. Love a good flavor profile. Let me make sure all the pancetta is in there, because the last thing we want is raw pancetta. Okay? Let's just toss that around. Oh my god, I can already smell the delicious flavor. It's already serving.
I love that for us.
So we're just gonna let this cook for like 5 to 10 minutes, like I said, and we'll meet you back here when that is complete. As you can see, our pancetta is looking done AF. So we're going to transfer it into the bowl of our cut up ciabatta bread. And let it start really soaking up that delicious flavor from the pancetta. And once we finish that, as you can see, I allowed it to burn a bit to the bottom of the pan, because that is really just my vibe. Burnt and turnt.
I wouldn't say it's that burnt.
No, it's not burnt. It's just a little bit crispy, but that's what I like. So we're going to add a bit more butter into our pan. This is the same pan that we cooked the pancetta in. So it's going to have a delicious, a little bit of a salty, meaty flavor. If you've never had pancetta before, it's basically just like Italian bacon, if that makes sense. So we're going to let the butter melt a bit, which it's well on its way. And what we're going to do in this pan is we're going to add our garlic, celery, onion, carrot, rosemary and parsley right into our pan here to saute and get just a delicious golden brown consistency. Here we go. We're going to let this saute for like 5 to 10 minutes. We want it to be like a golden brown, but we don't want it to burn. So it's really, it kind of depends on your stovetop, how aggressively it cooks your ingredients. It's kind of like you look at it and you can tell when it's done. It's no like exact science. Okay, now that we're one step closer to alcohol poisoning, I would just like to mention, I feel so sorry for the fans at home that cannot smell the way that La Cucina is smelling right now. It is so...
It's the fragrances.
It's everything for me. So, our mixture is ready to be canceled from the stovetop. We're just going to put it right into the bowl with our pancetta and our bread cubes. Sorry, I'm blocking Melissa's face. Enjoy it while it lasts, audience. Okay. And now you just kind of toss it all together. The next step.
Do you want a spoon since it's hot?
That's a good idea. I'm like burning my hand, acting like as though it's not burning me.
I was like, are we gonna have to call
911? Self-harm. So we're gonna toss it all together in our bowl. And as you can see, it's already coming together and starting to look as though it's stuffing. Do we see that?
I mean, I don't ever look at stuffing because I don't eat it, so.
She's deranged. So sorry.
But this smells so good that I'm
willing
willing and ready.
To go out on a limb.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
There we go. I just had to get it started. So we're going to do a generous portion of fresh Parmesan cheese. Do you want to stir that in as I grate it into there? So like I said, freshly grated. If you don't have a block of Parmesan cheese handy, that's okay. You can just
buy some.
Use whatever. Yeah, just buy some already grated. It won't be quite as divine. And then we're going to add our chicken broth. So this is what's going to make our stuffing really moist and delicious and to die for. So you want to start with at least a half a cup. This is 4 cups. So I'm actually going to start with 1 cup. But I'm just going to eyeball it. And we're going to mix that all up together.
How many was the original measurement? I missed that.
1 cup. Or a half cup. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
But we want it to be nice and moist. Because nobody likes dry stuffing. I can't think of one person that enjoys that experience. I'm actually going to add some more. So now we've used, do you think it's about half of what's in there? No, that's not very much.
Like
and we've actually used we've used like about a cup now. And you want to mix all of your stuffing together with the chicken broth and make sure that the bread is like sopping up, not soaping up. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
sopping up the chicken broth.
Wow. This smells divine.
Divine. And this, my friends, is why you want to leave your bread out overnight, which is what I did. I took it out of the packaging and set it out on the counter for a night of pleasure. Because you want the crust to be really
crunchy,
because the innards of the bread is going to soak up all of the chicken broth, so you want a good like consistency, like a diverse. You know, you don't want just like mushy stuffing. You want that contrast of the moist interior and the crisp exterior. Sounds like us. Moist interior, crisp exterior. A little bit of roasted garlic, because there's never enough garlic.
Never.
Can you put that back together? Thank you, girl. We're going to add our Trinidad lemon garlic, because as you know,
we
love a citrus flair.
We sure do.
Yes, ma'am. When I say a little bit of this, I'm adding a lot because it's iconic, okay? Minute portion of salt compared to the rest of the spices. And a bunch of pepper. We love a peppery moment. As you know, we love pepper so much. Melissa's parents bought a dog and named her Pepper because they're obsessed with Hot Girl Kitchen.
They sure are.
Okay.
And we mix.
And now we mix it all together, and then we crack our egg on top. And this is going to add like just a glazed experience. So we add our egg, let's whisk it up. And whisk it into our stuffing mixture. I have to say, I'm feeling quite content with the way she's looking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh. And now, we're going to pour her into our bowl. Well, not bowl, whatever. Baking dish.
Oh, I have to bleep that out too.
Yeah, don't forget.
Looks like a perfect amount. That's the perfect size bowl.
It really is the perfect size baking dish. Period. But that's not the end, folks. We need to cover it with foil. But we're not just going to cover it with foil, okay?
We're going to get really crazy.
Are you ready for this? So we're going to cover it with foil. Put in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. But we're not just going to cover it with foil. We're going to butter the bottom side of the foil that we're putting down. And that is going to continue to make the stuffing so moist, it's unbelievable. Just going to take a square of butter and put it on the pan that we've been using. And let it melt a little bit. And then we're going to place this buttered aluminum foil, butter side down. Look at it, now it's nice and melty. Now this is quite a creative way to ensure success. Nobody, like I said, nobody, not a soul, not one person I can think of
was doing
appreciates dry stuffing. No, thank you.
And just a reminder that
your fave could never.
Your fave never has done this and will never do this.
So we're gonna cover our delicious stuffing with the buttered side down foil. If I can get it to sit ever so gently, there we go. And put it in the oven on 350 for about half an hour. And we will see you then. I must say, I'm clanging it around, but look at that.
It does smell and look divine.
Smells and looks quite like everything we've ever wanted.
Oh, and it's moist. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that's plenty because we know I'm new to this.
New to this experience.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that. I'm gonna take a little extra for myself. Par moi. Okay, so it's steaming. Melissa's clearly gonna put it in her mouth with reckless abandon. I'm gonna give a little bit of a blowing experience. What do we think? Oh my god. Excuse me?
This is moist, delectable.
Moist as Don't forget to bleep that out. Oh my god. And do you...
I just dropped mine.
I hate that for you. You captured the essence of the moistness versus the crunchy crust. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, that is going to be nice and crunchy for you. Like,
yeah.
That piece right there.
Look,
oh my god.
You can hear it. Look. That's how crunchy it is. But everything else is moist, I'll tell you.
That's the point. Like, you're supposed to have a variety of consistencies. And, you know, I really hate to brag, but I don't think I've ever had better stuffing.
This is splendid.
I know you haven't, because this is the first stuffing you've had.
Since a child, when I decided I didn't like it.
And this is just like...
Honestly, this is
everything
divine.
To me.
It is divine.
It's divine. I could literally eat the whole pan.
Maybe.
And I just might.
I think I might just have to help whoever's cooking Thanksgiving.
You might just have to make the stuffing. You might have to volunteer and use our recipe. Just as you girls and boys at home will have to do.
And on that note, your fave is just like me, like 10 minutes ago, has never had stuffing in her life.
Oh my god. It's so good.
It is really splendid.
Perfectly splendid. To quote that bitch on Haunting of whatever. Bly Manor.
Bye-bye.
Real hot girl shit.